clouds are low. The plane rises smoothly. On this morning, the pilots are monitoring rapidly changing ice conditions on the ocean below. Other times they ferry drums of fuel or scientific equipment. Antarctica is so vast and isolated, this plane is often the only hope for any kind of rescue. If a ship is in trouble, the Twin Otter might even land on one of the larger, flat ice floes to help out. Just look at how little space it needs. It shouldn't really be a surprise that a Canadian can handle all this cold and ice. After all, the Twin Otter was built for bush flying and exploring Canada's north. What is a little unusual, though, is that a plane that hasn't been built in 2 decades has proven so indispensable at the other end of the world.
Rivet.
That may explain all the noise in Calgary and Victoria, where Canada's newest plane builder, Viking, works. Beyond rows of abandoned jets that have already outlived their usefulness, the old Twin Otter is being reborn. In production once again, using the original design.
Is this skin going over top of this
from
one?
half a century ago. Devin McKenzie's an engineer. Like many here, he's spent years keeping the old otters flying.
I've been in Algeria with them, I've been up north, they're great. So it was exciting to come in here and get offered a job and be part of this. It's part of history, so.
This particular plane will be the first new Otter, due to be delivered to a small airline in Switzerland this summer. But before that happens, there are plenty of problems to solve, many of them arising during final assembly in Calgary.
Putting on each side.
Off to the side, one team uses a plywood mock-up to figure out how to fit all the wiring necessary for an updated instrument panel.
Something's wrong there, right?
Other workers can't get the holes in the floor aligned.
Nose gear.
Up front, Devin McKenzie tells me he has to resist the urge to bend a piece of aluminum to make it fit snugly.
So this is the original part. It should be 9 degrees in here, so this sits all nice and pretty, but this angle's bent just, 100th thou off, so we have to take that out, send it back to Victoria, re-engineer it, redo the part, put it in right.
That kind of precision may be way ahead of the very first Twin Otter, but the dedication has not changed. And the plane itself is still very much a reflection of the time and place where it was born.
Bush operations up north, that's where a lot of it came from, right? It's the guys that were flying those airplanes up north that determined what they wanted in an airplane.
The hardest part has been turning that old vision into detailed plans for a new Otter, here in a World War II era hangar in Victoria. There's a certain amount of detective work, right?
Exactly. It's just researching what did they do, how do they do it, and how are we going to do it today.
They dissect films and photos from the de Havilland plant.
And I needed pictures like this to figure out what that tool actually looked like.
They recreate 10,000 different parts for each plane.
Unique special nuts, for instance.
And even the tools needed to make them. In a few rare cases, they've managed to track down the original machines from production lines long destroyed, including this 2-story monster press.
It is the original press that was used by de Havilland to manufacture Twin Otters and Beavers. And we found it in a junkyard in Toronto and brought it out piece by piece to Vancouver Island and reassembled it and had it built, and now it's functioning very well.
Dominic Sprague is in charge of manufacturing for Viking. On one of the few surviving frames needed to make the wings, he points to cryptic instructions scrawled decades ago.
We're really playing with engineering archaeology to understand how to actually solve the riddles that are in the sketches.
And another question, how much to update the old Otter with new technology? Some bush pilots insisted not at all.
Times have changed, and we're not building an antique airplane. I mean, that's the purview of those who are in the museum business or the repair business strictly. We're building a contemporary aircraft that's going to sell in the current marketplace.
The computers are going in, better engines and lighter doors are going on. But the spirit of the Twin Otter remains, and the spirit of the country that created it is ready to soar again. Sasha Petrusik, CBC News in Victoria.
A soaring spirit that began 100 years ago with the flight of the Silver Dart. And that's News in Review. I'm Carla Robinson. Thanks for watching.